Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm here for my Facebook Live. It is Wednesday, February 26th, right? Yes. I knew it for sure, but I still felt like I had to look to be sure. You can find me every Wednesday on Facebook at 10:30 in the morning Eastern Time, and at facebook.com/dazzled by stamping. And you can find me anytime. I blog several times a week and share samples and stuff like that. So you can find me on my blog or my website at dazzledbystamping.com. And I can see Dina's here, and Linda and Carrie. I'm so glad that you're here. So I'm going to take a little time. Hi, Linda. I'm going to take a little time to tell you a little bit about me, because I was watching a friend's video recently, and it came to mind that I don't take the time to tell you about me and my stamping situation or whatever. Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you're here, and Carrie. So I have been a demonstrator for 18 years. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Marsha. I've been a demonstrator for 18 years. My sister and I, Teresa, we found stamping around 24 years ago. Tyler was really small. Hi, Lisa Marie. I haven't seen you in a long time. She got into it right away, and it took me a while. Then she found Stampin' Up, and then I became a Stampin' Up demonstrator, which was so funny because we would do things, even though I didn't get into stamping, she had stuff that she did, and we would do projects like birth announcements or shower invitations or that sort of thing. And so I have two sisters and a sister-in-law, so we would have an assembly line, and somehow we always did embossing. I don't know if you guys know heat embossing, but you have a special kind of ink, pigment ink, a special kind of powder that you shake on, you flick off the extra, and then you heat it with a special tool. And well, I was never the one that did the heating of this embossing, and so when it came to thanks, Linda. And thanks for sharing already. I saw that. So when it came to doing projects, sorry, I got out of order. So Teresa and I, she helped me make my samples before my first workshops. So I always say that I got into it to fund my habit, to pay for my stamps, which is totally true. It wasn't coming out of our budget. So I totally got into it to fund my habit and to get a discount and whatever. But I knew that I wanted to do classes and I wanted to make it a go. So I hit the ground running. So she helped me make samples. And so we did lots and lots of them. And I remember the first time that I did heat embossing. Remember, I hadn't done it before. And here I, the professional who had just signed up to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, was heat embossing using my heat tool, and I scorched my cardstock. Teresa laughed at me so hard. We were always good at that. I was often, goofy. Oh, hi, Debbie. I'm glad you're here. I always did goofy things, and she got a kick out of me doing goofy things. So anyway, so that was my first time heat embossing. So it was fun. And she has always been an amazing support in my business. So I have a team now. I've been doing it 18 years. I love my team. I don't know if you are looking for a Stampin' Up demonstrator or if you are looking for a team to join, but you're welcome on mine. And we get together a couple times a month, or whoever is available gets together a couple times a month. The first Thursday in the month, we get together. I call it our team meeting. So we do training and talk business, and I have make and takes and stuff like that. And then the second time in the month, which is actually the third Thursday of the month. Whoever can make it brings projects to work on, or a project to work on, and we just get together and stamp. And so it's good to have fellowship with other women, and I love stamping, and so that's why I do this. And this is the first craft that I ever really got into. I don't know if all of you are very crafty, or maybe you feel like I always come across people that say I'm not crafty at all, and I kid you not, they are the first people that when I'm doing, if it's in a class, they're the first people to change up my design when I'm doing it, and I'm like, see, I knew you had it in you. But anyway, so this is my first craft that I ever did. Like, my mom was a sewer and a knitter and was into all that, and I would try stuff and I could not get into it, and then I found stamping and it stuck. I love it. I love to share it, and so that's also why I want you to share my video, because maybe there's somebody out there like me that is looking for something, or maybe they are well, yeah, maybe they're looking for something to take their time. Good morning, Christy. Good morning. I saw some, oh, Alexa's here. Good morning. And Alyssa probably. Hi, Alyssa. So I love it when you share my videos, because you can share it with other people who are maybe looking for something good to do, something that makes them happy. But also it does help my business, helps me grow my business. So I appreciate when you share my videos. So today, I think I have lots of people on today. Sherry's here. Thank you for joining. Oh, thanks for clapping. I'm not really sure what the clapping was about, but thanks, Alexa. She's on my team. I love it. So I am sharing today with you several things from, I'm not sure if any of you even realize, because I haven't really talked about it, but Stampin' Up, well, Sale-a-Bration's going on. That's a special sale. Nancy wants you to know she's having connection trouble. May have to watch later. Okay, thanks, Carrie. Sale-a-Bration's going on. That is a special sale that Stampin' Up has every year, where as a customer you can get yeah, I was at Shind. Oh yeah, I remember that, Debbie. So it's a special sale every year. With every $50 that you spend, you get a free item, or there are some premium items. I'm not sure, second level, I think maybe Stampin' Up might call them, that you need a $100 order to earn them. Hi, Marilyn. So anyway, Sale-a-Bration's going on, and on March 3, Stampin' Up is launching a second release of Sale-a-Bration. So there's actually a separate brochure. It looks very much like the first one. So I have a sticker across mine. Just ask me if you want one. So there are 5 new items, stamp sets or designer paper or whatever, that are in there. And I'm going to show you a few of them. So the first thing I'm going to show you is actually the paper, because I'm not really using this. I'm not using this one at all on the projects that I'm doing. So this one is called, oh, what's it called? Flowering Foils Designer Paper. I'm going to see if I can get this in. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, it's shining at the camera. So they're only single-sided, and they're embossed with metallic. Let me get this closer. These are pretty flowers, and those are flowers, and kind of grid, and more flowers. So they coordinate with silver foil, obviously, and then also, even though we don't have in the catalog anything with rose gold right now, they coordinate with rose gold. We still have a product medley that has rose gold foil sheets in them. So anyway, this is something that you can choose as your Sale-a-Bration item. So there are 12 sheets in here. There's 3 each of 4 designs. So, and they are single-sided, and they're a little bit thicker, a little more like cardstock. So there's another pack of designer paper. Sorry, I hit my sign. I don't mean to make you guys bob. There's another pack of designer paper. It's designer vellum. It's really cool. So this is, before I show you, I'm going to tell you the colors so you can look for it. It is Purple Posy and Pool Party, and I think Seaside Spray? No, Soft Seafoam. Yeah, Soft Seafoam. So those are correct. Okay, so it has some embossed, like, dotted lines here, kind of dotted grid lines. So Purple Posy and Soft Seafoam, that's in the subtles, and Pool Party's in the subtles. So I am going to use one of those on, well, I'm going to show you a card with one of those on it anyway. So they're really pretty. I love that it's embossed. And oh, and how many I think this is just 6 sheets. Yep, this is just 6 sheets, 2 each of the 3 colors. Okay, and then this is the one that I'm going to focus on totally, is Rise and Shine. So this is a very fun stamp set, and it's a reversible one. So something to keep in mind, I don't think I have to reverse any of these while I'm stamping because of just the designs that I chose. But something to keep in mind, because I did do more samples that I'll show you that I'm not stamping today. Something to keep in mind when you're using a reversible stamp. So what I mean by that is, so this coffee cup here, the other side looks like this. So you can flip it to be either way, the handle in either direction. And then this coffee cup is solid. And then the other side of it, these have tiny little flowers on it. Okay? So, and here's the words. I love this font. It's amazing. So I love the font so much, and I just wanted to show you this sample, or this stamp set. I made cards with every saying, so I could show you a bunch of samples with it. So, I was going to say something. Oh, this set is something that you do need to spend $100 to be able to earn this one. But adorable. So, these two would be reversible also. So this is a tag, so that you can have the tag going in either direction. So one side's going to be one way, one side's the other way. So the thing that I was going to tell you that I learned as I was stamping was when you go to use it, these are photopolymer. So when you go to use it, look at the case when you're about to stamp, because how it looks through the stamp, I'm going to put it up. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can't really see it. But how it looks through the stamp is how it looks on the case. So I didn't really quite get that concept. I thought that I had the right side that I wanted to stamp, and the first time I stamped with one of these, I stamped the wrong side. So anyway, just look at your case while you're doing it, and you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to start stamping. Let's see if I have anything else to tell you first. I don't think so. Okay, so are you guys still here? Because nobody's commented or come on in a while. So just say hi or something so I know you're here. You look like you're here because I see a number up there. Okay, so I'm going to turn you down. Remember, I have to turn you backwards and upside down so that you can see my... Oh, I saw... Thank you for the love. Was that Dina? Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to put you down. Remember, I can't see you while I'm stamping. I can't see. Thank you, Sherry. Just listening. That's what happens when I get so gabby. Thanks. Okay, so I can sometimes see that people are commenting, but I can't see what you're saying. So so feel free to ask questions or comment or whatever, but I'll get back to you later. We didn't want to interrupt you. Thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to put you down and start stamping. Oh, by the way, there are 2 other stamp sets in there in this catalog. But I can't show you the catalog you lost me for a bit. Sorry. I can't show you the catalog yet because it's not live. I can show you what I have in my hand. I can show you images from it on my blog, that sort of thing. Thank you, Cindy. But I can't show you the actual brochure. So sorry about that. You can come and get one anytime, but I can't do it on my live right now because it's not live on March 3, which I think is Tuesday. Then I can show you the inside of the catalog and whatever. Actually, I think I can show you the front of it. I can show you the front of it. So we just can't show you the inside stuff. So here's what the front looks like. And this is mine anyway. I put those on there. So there's that. Okay, so putting it down. So first I have to do my tools, unbackwards you, and upside down you. So I'm going to put you down right here. Okay. So, what do I want to do? I forgot what I want to do first. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I have some pieces here. So, I'm just going to put this stuff down first, so I'm not, like, searching for it and whatever. So, this is Crumb Cake. This is Whisper White, obviously. I will put my measurements down in my comments. I always put it when I go to edit my video before I post it to YouTube. I edit everything and I will put the item numbers and the sizes of these layers and stuff like that. Okay, so this is Crumb Cake. This is actually Blueberry Bushel. This is from the last page of the designer paper. At the top of it, it shows this is our color collection. So this is available in brights, regals, subtles, and the 2 sets of in colors. Now in the in colors, you're going to get double of each color because there's only 5 in colors as opposed to 10 core collection colors. So anyway, there's this and obviously another design on the back, and then another one with design front and back. So Blueberry Bushel is what I'm working. So I'm just going to put this aside, and I'm going to open my Blueberry Bushel here. Okay, so if you look at this stamp, it looks like I'm about to stamp all the little pretty flowers because it just does. But I'm not. I haven't mounted correctly. So I'm going to ink this up with my Blueberry Bushel. One thing about these, this is totally my kind of stamp set because it's bold. It's a stamp and go kind of set. It's not a color me in kind of set. But the one thing about a stamp set like this, oh, I can see it already. There's, it really shows like if you have a hair on it from your ink pad or whatever, which drives me crazy. So have to be more careful with that. Okay, for this stamp, I want to stamp off twice actually, because this is a really dark ink. There's something on there still, darn it. All right, try it again. 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp on my, oh, I already die cut this circle. This is from the, Layering Circles framelits. Just a sec, I have it over here. It doesn't come on this magnet card, but I like, it's something that I use a lot. I tend to put on these, so I don't have to deal with the adhesive that they come on. So I use this one. So they're graduated, so they go with these scallops. This is all one set. So I already used this because I wasn't going to do big shotting today. Yes, that's a verb. So I have my coffee cup here, and with the same color, so this is why I wanted to stamp off, or part of why I wanted to stamp off. So I have my coffee cup that is 2 shades lighter, and I'm going to use this big flower in Blueberry Bushel. I love it. And then this little one in Blueberry Bushel also. So I'm going to do 1, 2. So I made myself a designer coffee cup. All right. I'm done. Well, I'm not quite done all the way with this ink. I'll just set it aside. Okay. Now I need early espresso. And I'm going to do a couple things with this. This ink on my hands is bugging me. Okay. So I go get more ink on my hands. Oh my, that's totally my speed. Okay, I'm going to ink up with early espresso with my Stampin' Sponge. This is a 1/6 of a Stampin' Sponge, and I use this. This is our circle tab punch. I have actually written on here the name of the color, and then I have it folded and stapled on this sponge. It's awesome because I don't like cleaning, so I leave all my sponges with ink on them. Okay, now I'm just going to sponge the edge of this, and I recently inked up, just today actually, inked up this this ink pad, so it's sponging quite well off the edge of this. And that's actually a good thing because I was wanting it to be kind of a hard edge. I didn't want it to be a soft color. So I've probably said this many times before, but sponging is probably the first technique that I learned. It's so easy. You add color and dimension, and you already have the ink pad, so you don't have any extra cost to it. So it's awesome. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. And I need to punch this. So this is a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. So this is just going to be one of my layers. I just have to make sure that I'm on here right. I'm trying to use up, ooh, look at that. That's perfection that I used that. Okay, done with that. Okay, now I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to stamp my words on. This is just this little, I'm going to make a banner. So I'm using the triple banner punch. I don't know if you've seen me use this before or not, but I should show it close. Okay, so there are 3 layers here. You may not be able to tell it very well, but this bottom layer right here can fit 1 inch wide, and then there's a next ledge that if you put your paper on there, you fit 1.5 inches, and then this top one fits 2 inches. Okay, so this doesn't really look like much. This is what is left, or what is taken away, I guess I should say. So I'm tucking it all the way in so till it stops, and punch it. And so now I have this little banner. Okay, and here's my piece that it punched off. Am I in? There. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. So first thing I'm going to stamp, this says, "You've got this," but first, so this I'm doing in Blueberry Bushel. And by the way, I didn't mention this, but I have a cushion here. Remember, I always use a cushion. Your foam paper piercing mat is perfect because the photopolymer stamps don't have any kind of cushion underneath them, and it needs it for good stamped images. Okay, so you've got this, and that's all I need for this ink pad, so I can put this away. But first, you have the option of, well, I'm going to stamp it and then I'll show you. Can you see? Oh, it's being fuzzy. You've got this, but first, coffee. You also have the option of tea. All right, all my stamping's done. Now I just got to put my card together. So I'm going to use, sorry, that was my punch dumping over. So I'm going to put this down here, I believe. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of both of these. I'm not shy with dimensionals. I don't want my stuff to squish down. Probably I normally might do 5 on here, do 1 in the center, but I pulled them into the center a little bit, so they should be all right. I'm going to take them all off. Did I tell you my 2 1/4 inch circle is early espresso also? So the colors that I'm using here are only blueberry bushel and early espresso. When you're doing, this isn't, I'm not sure this, you could consider this a 2-step stamp, but this idea is 2-step stamping, where you have a light image and then you add detail in a dark image. Stamping off, like I did on my scrap here, is perfect for that. You don't have to have a whole bunch of colors. You just need to make, different shades of the same color. So, I mean, you can buy all the colors you want from me. I would love that, but, and I have to have them all, but I don't always have to use them all. So here we go. There. Here's my card. You've got this, but first, coffee. Now, you know what's funny? I don't drink coffee or tea, but I love the set. Oh, I forgot one thing. We need bling. Okay, easiest way is just to slide it right off onto your project. There we go. Now it's complete. Okay, next card. Now, I hope you are not sick of, at least those of you who are club members of mine, hope you're not sick of yellow, because specifically crushed curry, because I just had a thought with this stamp set in crushed curry, so I'm going for it again. So what I want to do first is I'm going to make my background with crushed curry. I don't need many of these, but it just added to the card. So this is a little, you can't see. Well, I'm going to stamp it, then I'll show you. This makes me think of a little sunshine. The stamp set is called Rise and Shine. I'm going to stamp a few of these on here, and then I'll show you what they look like. All right. Can you see them? Kind of cute. So I just need a few of these for my background. And I'm going to I have my designer paper over here. When I was designing this, I had this piece that it was already stuck to my crushed curry, but it was too wide. I didn't like how wide it was. Oh, by the way, this is the specialty bumblebee paper. Golden Honey is, I think, what it's called. And I just like it, but I wanted the stripes. So we're just putting this on here. Okay, I think it's a little crooked, but we're good with it. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. Now this time, I am kind of more doing a 2-step stamping, and I am using 2 different colors here. So this one has the hole in the center, and I'm using So Saffron to do this part. So photopolymer always likes to stick. I just picked up my ink pad with my stamp. So I always hold on to it and pounce it while I'm inking it up. Okay, set this aside. I'm just kind of aiming for the center here. When you stamp these bold images, you kind of see, I should have done it more slowly. I'll do it on the back and show you. Hopefully you can see it. When you're stamping these bold images, I'm gonna get it. Can you see how there's like dark ridges around there and then light in the center? The light is where it hasn't quite made good contact with the stamp. So you got to make sure that you press it down until you see all of the light go away. You need a good image with these, okay? So, I don't know. When you use it, you'll hopefully see what I'm talking about. All right, crushed curry again with my sunshine again. Where'd it go? Sometimes I really wish you guys could talk to me while I'm doing this, because you could say, Steph, it's right over there. You guys are probably staring right at where my stamp is that I'm looking for and can't find it. Okay, I need to get this closer because I need to make sure I'm on here. Okay. Can you see my little sun thing around the coffee cup? All right. And now, I think I'm done with stamping, so I'm going to close these up. Oh, well, this is color stamping anyway. Now I need black. So this says Rise and Shine. I'm going to test it on here because Photopolymer doesn't really like these fabric stamps very well. I need to re-ink this or something. Didn't seem like it was so bad earlier. I don't know what the deal is. All right, that should be good. I'll go right in the center. Ooh, that looks great. Okay. I know that it's kind of hard to see against the white background when I'm lifting it up even. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this to a piece of basic black. And put dimensionals on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, but before I take those off, so here's my card again. I forgot I pulled it forward so I could see. And I'm using this black glittered organdy ribbon again. I love it that you can see through it and you can see sparkle and you can see color. Like you still can see the black, but you're seeing through it to the designer paper that's underneath, which is where I'm putting it. Oh, I forgot. I should show you. Every now and then I need to take the time to show you. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going left over right, and both ends have to be away from me. They're pointing to the wall, okay? So left over right. The top one, which is my left one, is going under and through, and I'm pulling it tight. Okay? So I'm kind of holding this knot with my finger. Now I'm bringing this up, and they both have to point to the wall again. So now my right one is on top. They're both pointing to the wall, and I need to cross them over again. They're both still pointing to the wall. My right one is still on top, and my right one, the top one, always goes under and through the hole I just made. So I'm kind of holding it down with my hand here, and I'm pulling it tight. And then once it gets to a certain point, I stop pulling both of them, and I just pull one, and it kind of tends to square out this knot a little bit, okay? Now, once you get close, you can always twist it. Like this is kind of a crunchy kind of ribbon a little bit, so you can like twist it. Most ribbons you can do that, but anyway, so that's how you get what you want. And if your knot isn't in the right place, then use your fingers together on it to like slide it in the direction that you want it. Okay? I'm gonna shorten these here, shorten this here, and then take my backings off. So I know I mentioned earlier about sharing my video. It helps me, it helps others that might be looking for something happy to do. And when you share, you're entered into a drawing for the cards that I make here. So here's my card. Yellow doesn't show up well on camera. Couldn't think of the word, duh. I just love sunshiny. I'll show them when they come up though. All right, there's one more thing that I want to show you before I come up and show you the cards. So I did this stamping already. Again, it's one of those colors that does not show up well on camera, so that's why I wasn't going to bother showing you the whole card, stamping the whole card. But these colors are Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, and this is Soft Sea Foam. So this is the one that I'm going to use the designer paper, the designer vellum on. But I want to show you something that you can do. Wait, let me find the stamp set quick. Where did I put it? Oh, it's under stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you the stamp set again quick. So we have an XOXOXO here as one of the stamps here. And I'm going to use that to design my mug. And so I have to somewhat apologize because this is totally not bragging. In fact, it makes some of my customers angry. The Lord really did bless me with being able to eyeball well. Now watch, I say that and I won't be able to do this well, which is fine. I have a sample that it worked well with. So this might make you angry that I can do this, but you can do your own kind of design. It doesn't have to be all these lines or whatever. I tried it with a Stamparatus. It's too wide to be able to, this is too small of a stamp for it to work right to get this done. But I'm still going to show you because it's adorable. And because you can use it for a design on something else. So what I'm doing is stamping this XOXO in Early Espresso right in the middle of my mug. And now I'm going to ink it up and I'm going to turn it around. So I'm going to go down. So now it's OXOXOX. I'm going to stamp that there. So I'm going below it and I'm going above it. And I'm going to turn it back around. Actually, I did better the first time. I think if you do both of them on the side that you were going, then you can get a better idea of the distance that you want for this. So there's my mugs. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. I loved that it's an uneven, no, I guess it's an even amount. Yeah, it's even. But when you turn it around, then you can go the other way, and so it's not just X's all in a row, etc. All right, so I'm going to close this, bring you up, and show you my samples. So I need to upside down you, backwards you again, and hi. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you. Love the yellow one. Thank you. I'm glad that you love it. Okay, so first of all, since I just got done showing you this this mug that I made, I'm going to show you this sample first. I know it won't show up well because it's green on camera and that doesn't go well, but I adore this card. Look how cute that is. Let's hang out soon. I love it. So this is a stitched rectangle. So it's the, I don't know if you have them, but there's a whole bunch of them in one set of graduation, and then there's like 3 or 4 in another set of graduation, and this is the second one in that smaller set of it. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so there's that one. So I'm going to show you the other 2 that I just made because it'll show up better with the camera up. So here's my Rise and Shine. And then here's my You've Got This, but first coffee. And then I have one more that I made. For some reason I struggled with this color combination. I thought things were going to be so cute, and then I struggled, but I like this one. So this one says, Make Today Amazing. So I used almost all the stamps. I used all the sayings in it. This is the flowery coffee mug. And so anyway, yeah, that's what I did. So this is something that you can choose after March 3 as a celebration item with a $100 order. Also remember, I'm not sure if I've said this on camera, but I mean to. So some of you have earned the Little Ladybug stamp set. That's amazing. Some of you have scheduled workshops of your own so that you can. I still have time in March for you to be able to schedule a workshop or a book party to be able to earn it. But also, ooh, she loves the pink, huh? That's cool. So Alyssa, make today amazing. So everybody who orders at least $150 in product from me during celebration is going to be entered into a drawing to get the Little Ladybug stamp set. I feel like I'm low today now. I don't know what happened. Oh, and of course it goes lower. Just need to sit here like this. I even put my chair down so that I'm lower. Having it in this position makes you guys be able to see it better when I'm stamping. So it's a hard thing to try to figure out for you guys. But I want you to be able to see. So I love the sayings too, Kathy. They're just adorable. The whole stamp set is just adorable. So anyway, so $150 in orders during celebration, you'll be entered for a drawing for a Little Ladybug stamp set. And but of course I would love you on my team too. That doesn't allow you to get the Ladybug stamp set, but I have to tell you, if you had been on my team back in November and December, yeah, exactly. Oh, that reminds me, I have a small order that I got from Marcia. She can't make it, but she ordered. And I did place the order for Mary Kay for your party. Another chance to get it. Okay. Is there something else? Oh, if you were on my team back in November or December, we were allowed to pre-order the Little Ladybug stamp set. So the perks of being on my team, they are quite numerous. So if you have any interest, if you want to join a team that gets together a lot and hangs out, and if you just want the discount, you can come on just for the discount. That's allowed. You don't have to do classes. So anyway, it's another option. So one last thing that I want to tell you, if you're watching this video and you've not ever received a birthday card from me, it may be because another reason to know. Yes, pre-orders, yes. It's amazing. You get to, yeah, it's a good reason to join, Dina. If you've not ever received a birthday card from me, it may be just because I don't have your birthday. So if you would like me to send you a birthday card, I did a post yesterday where I showed a great big wad of birthday cards that I finally got in the mail now. This is really, really bothering me. I'm trying to put you up a sec. Maybe it's been that way the whole time, but for some reason it seems worse now. Sorry, I'm trying to do it without making you all dizzy. Yeah, that's better. Okay. You need to send me your address, and you need to send me your birthday. So I will send you a birthday card. I send lots of birthday cards. That was just my January and February ones in that picture. And I try not to be late, but I quite often am. But don't think that I forgot you just because I'm late. More honestly, what's happening is until your birthday card goes out, I've been thinking about you that whole time. I just haven't gotten to getting them in the mail. Okay, I think I've done enough chatting today. I don't even know what my time is. My time went away over on my computer. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Had fun stamping with me today. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to place an order and don't know how, you don't know how to do it online, just call me or text me or email me. I will help you out. So I think that's it. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. I love when you're here with me while I'm doing it. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. And I will see you next week. Bye.